Previously on The Reviewer. We got to meet our knives and got to see the beginning of something magical.
I told him I got the knives, they had arrived, this is fantastic. Oh, by the way, pick one. One's yours. I was like, what? Are you kidding me?
The last few weeks have been great. I mean, both are stunning and captivating, and I don't know how I'm gonna choose. It's a hard choice, and man, I'm feeling kind of nervous.
Over the last few weeks, our reviewer has been able to get to know these knives, going on adventures, romantic dinners, and intimate moments. Now, the time has come for our reviewer to make his choice. Which will he choose? Stay tuned to find out.
Just want to thank you both. It's been great. I have to make a really hard choice, and unfortunately, I'm only going to be leaving here with one of you. So I thank you for letting me get to know both of you over the last few weeks. So with this flower, I will choose my knife, and I choose you. Carbon fiber, will you be my knife? So what's going on, guys? Today we are going to be taking a look at the Lionsteel Dom. If you guys don't have a lot of time, I want to just let you know right off the bat that this is going to be a fairly good review. I got a lot of positive things to say about this knife, so if you're just watching the video and you want to say, hey man, should I get it? Short answer is yes. But there are a couple things to go over with this knife. It might not be for everyone. There's essentially two variations that you're going to see in this video. As you know from the intro, I picked the carbon fiber. My two choices were ebony and carbon fiber. So essentially going to be reviewing these as the same knives, except for maybe the differences in the scale. This one will have a couple things to go over as well as this one. So first thing I want to talk about is just the aesthetics of this knife and what this is. This is a modern traditional, as it's been called, because it does use modern materials in a traditional format. And I really like the aesthetics, and that was kind of the thing that finally won me over with the carbon fiber. Is I just like carbon fiber against titanium, against this like M93 blade, M390 blade, sorry. And it's a really cool package that hits on a lot of things. If you're a traditional guy, you could like this knife. If you're a modern guy, you could like this knife. So they did this really well, and there's a couple in the series. I know there's the round head, there's this one, and there might be another one as well. I'm not too sure, but so yeah, this is just a really cool format that they do aesthetically. I love the looks of it, the clean lines. I love the swedge that you have here on this sheep's foot blade. Just a nice straight edge, very utilitarian. Awesome on the looks. They've rounded everything off so nicely. I mean, unless you plan on using this to throw sparks, which it won't, there's nothing to not appreciate about this. This is just really nice all the way around. Rounded very well. It's crowned and just beautiful, just mwah, on the aesthetics of this knife. So I guess the aesthetics would be yay for sure. So let's take a look at the operation on this knife. It is a slip joint, so you have your nail nick here, open, half stop, and open. Now if we're going to talk walk and talk and the strength to open this knife, I do have another one, the GEC, which is really the only other one besides just like my little bucks and my little Winchester that I have as a measuring stick. But the opening on this one is nice. I like it better than on my my bullnose. This is just a lot smoother, a little more authority without being too hard and too stiff. I'll just let you listen. Very nice. It is really centered. I mean, right on the money. Both knives are, both examples are. There's this one. We'll pull out the other one. And here you can see the Ebony is right on the money. Both centered very well. Actually, the Ebony, going back just a second to the action, is just a little more click and a little more smooth. So actually, the action's great on this one, but on the Ebony, for some reason, it's just a hair more tuned in, it seems like. A little nice a little clickier almost. So that's one thing to touch on with the Ebony. Just fit and finish overall is really well. There's not a lot of gapping or anything where there should be. I will say that the fit and finish on the Ebony frame here is a tick better, and that the only reason I'm going to say that is with this being natural wood, they did a really good job. You can see there's a few little imperfections in there, but that's being wood. It joins up really well all the way through here at the bolsters. Let me see if I can focus exactly in on that area. It meets up really well, whereas with the carbon fiber, just something to keep in mind, one side on this carbon fiber does have a little more pitting than the other. I think it's this side here. Yeah, you'll see there's a few pits in there, and right where it meets up, I think there was one that kind of just aesthetically threw it off a little bit, and that's only on the one side. The other side seems to be quite a bit better, actually, almost flawless. So the only area on this where I think you might have an issue with, if you look right there, you see the bolsters, they have that little indent there. That area right there can collect a little bit of dirt and dust. So it's just something to keep in mind. It can look like there's some crud in there. So it does gather that a little bit. So in hand, it fits really good. I have a smaller hand, and you can see my whole hand can fit around that a little bit extra. So even if you have a medium hand, this is going to fit in your hand really well. Got a little bit, I guess, of a guard you could call there to kind of stop it from slipping up, but it's just really comfortable in hand. That rounding just makes it fill in nicely and just feel really well. You can see it's got a little bit of a taper here on the handle, which I guess kind of works as just a kind of a natural little swell. I really like it in hand. It's really smooth. It disappears in the fifth pocket, and that's kind of how I carry this. There's no real lanyard hole or lanyard loop, which I would have been okay with. But aesthetically, I can see why they didn't do it. It's a nice clean line, clean design. So I'll probably get a little slip or something for this down the line. But it's in my fifth pocket right now is how I carry it. In hand, it's great. So roll on to the next section. All right, so let's talk about the sharpness. The sharpness out of the box was really good. Very well. Hair shaving sharp. It might still be. I've been carrying this around. Let's see if this one's still hair shaving sharp. Yep, still hair shaving sharp. So yeah, I've been using this for a while, but it is M390, so we all know that that's going to hold up really well. So I guess really with this knife, I mean, it's a great knife. There's not a lot to say about it. The action's great, the looks are great, it functions well, the walk and talk are really nice and really comfortable. If someone who's not used to slip joints, as my bullnose took me a little getting used to, this is great. There was a couple little pitting issues with the carbon fiber on the one side. The Ebony is a little bit nicer. If we put them both up to each other in hand, this is a little bit smoother. Maybe feels a little bit more well dressed than this one. This one has a little bit more of a user feel to it because of the carbon fiber, and I'm okay with that. So what's funny is if I had to take these knives and tell you which one the better example was, I would say the Ebony is the better example. Just a couple little cues. But both are great knives. I mean, I can't really find anything to complain about these knives. I mean, I know it's not a super in-depth review, and you know, you guys got to see the specs, but I'm just letting you know. Sorry, the farmers are out, and oh, let's see if we can see that plane. And we got a plane visiting. All right, we'll cut for that. So that's kind of funny. You guys might have like the barking neighborhood dog or the mower on the lawnmower. I have tractors and airplanes that interrupt my videos. So, but these are both great knives, great examples of slip joint. The price is a little bit higher than what I would normally pay for a knife, but I would save up and buy this knife. But this is a knife, and I know Patty did it. If you got a little bit of time and you got some spare cash, just put it off to the side when you're, you know, with your hobby. If this is outside your price range and you want an example of this, just put a little bit off and say, you know, this will be my, hey, cool knife, spend money fund. This will be my, I'm building up for something nice. And this is a good entry into something nice. It's traditional, it's non-locking, and I think it's just a great user. I love it. It was a great gesture by Tony. Tony, thank you so much. I'm in love with the knife. I don't really have anything bad to say about it, guys. It's just a good knife. So if you have any questions, hit me in the comment below. I know I was kind of doing this here on the last bit of the day after work, so I might have missed something. Let me know if I did, guys. All right, everybody, have a good one. Take care. Thanks for watching. We'll see y'all really soon. Later, guys.